A huge shout out to the overthinkers. An overthinker. He watches the show.
To the overthinkers, shout out my friend too.
All about faith to this is Parker, yeah. Thank you, overthinkers.
Keep inspiring the next generation.
Shout out to the overthinkers. Thando kuphela. Much love.
To my overthinkers, mamela ubuchopho ngeke buphume buyakhula nizinja nikhokho yazini as overthink siya overachieve.
I'm stealing that. I've stolen that one. I've stolen it.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena. I am your host, and this show is about all things local football, South African football, and sometimes every now and then we do go and delve overseas to go get what is happening across the pond. Guys, the show is on every Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. The only difference is that on Thursdays, the show is going to be the members show from now on. And we also do watch-alongs. We're meant to be watching a show. We're meant to be watching a match tonight between Orlando Pirates and the Cape Town City. But that match was abandoned. It's going to be played tomorrow at 6 p.m. So we're going to have a double header tomorrow of Pirates versus Cape Town City, then Mamelodi Sundowns versus Stellenbosch on the other side. Guys, it's a very interactive show, as you know. For those who are watching, if you're watching for the first time, this show is more about you than it is about me. And I get to hear from you guys what you guys think about whatever we're speaking about today. Since we've got a little bit more time and we didn't really get to do previews for the two games in full, I decided that maybe, since the universe is granting us this chance, let's do a preview of the two games. Of course, we have Cape Town City versus Pirates, the game that was meant to be today. And then, of course, we're going to have Stellenbosch versus Mamelodi Sundowns. Guys, please tap the screen. Let's try to get to 15,000 likes. It is free. Let's tap it. We go from there. If you want to watch any of the previous episodes, they are available in full on YouTube, so you can watch back any of those episodes. I also have a lot of content that I drop daily. Today I dropped on speaking about Stellenbosch, funny enough, about all the players that they're busy selling and getting rid of and how that might impact them, and what is the state of the team. Then if you want to join the WhatsApp group is available. We have an official WhatsApp group, but go on over to YouTube, click on subscribe, click on join. I let you in. We have a conversation. Guys, we're going to start off with Cape Town City versus Orlando Pirates is the first game for the first hour. We'll speak about that, and then we'll go into the Sundowns versus Stellies game second up. If you want to add your voice to the show and you're watching on YouTube, you have to follow me on TikTok. You have to go over to TikTok, and then those on TikTok, you have to follow me. Bottom of your screen, there's a multi-guest button. Click on that button. I let you in. We have a conversation about whatever we're seeing. Moshikaro, thank you. Thank you so much, Moshikaro, for the gift there. Okay. Let's go straight into Cape Town City versus Orlando Pirates. It is the MTN8 semi-finals. Orlando Pirates looking to make it 3 MTN8s in a row. Cape Town City looking to do something to Pirates that they kind of did to Sundowns at the end of last season. Ended their unbeaten run. Maybe they're going to try and Pirates' run with the MTN8. So we're going to start there. I've got some audio. We can just listen to a little bit of what Eric Tinkler had to say. I couldn't find Yaga Jose, but let's hear what Eric Tinkler had to say, and then we'll jump straight into it. Remember, if you want to add your voice to the show, click on the button at the bottom of your screen. Yay, tap the screen, man.
But yeah, an opportunity for us to try and get into that final. And obviously we start that task with a game at home. So players are in good spirits. Preparation hasn't been ideal, obviously because of the weather that we've had here. The break in between the game, Sekhukhune until now. I think they've been playing a lot more matches than what we have. We even struggled to get friendlies this side of the world and finding facilities to actually play those friendlies, you know. So preparation hasn't been as good as we would have hoped, but players have responded in the right manner. We've done our best in terms of the preparation that we can. We're fortunate that we obviously have the artificial pitch that has helped us, but it's also brought a few niggles here and there. We've had a bit of unfortunate injuries with Lorenzo breaking his nose against Sekukune, which is obviously puts him in doubt for the game against Pirates. And then we lost Carlinhos to a long-term injury. So he'll be out until probably February, March, if we're lucky, which is unfortunate, but nature of the game. So yeah, that's where we currently at.
Okay, that was Coach Tinkler speaking about his team going into this game versus Orlando Pirates. It sounds a lot like they haven't had the best of time there. Of course, the weather issue is the same issue that forced this game to not play. So, guys, feel free to request. I'm going to let in the first guys. Let's have a conversation about Orlando Pirates versus Cape Town City. I'm going to be a little bit stricter so that we can allow... So that we can allow as many people in and we can have a conversation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody a good, let's say, 2 minutes for each round. We'll try to do 2 or 3 rounds depending on how many people are requesting, and we'll go from there. Ngwane, welcome to the show, my brother.
Hey, sanibonani.
Hey, skipper.
Siyaphila njani? Ala comment pirate. Nabula pirate.
Heaven, mutang, guys, mutang. Sorry about that, Ngwane. Long time, long see, my brother. Long time, long see.
I know. We are here. We are living. We are part of the show every day. Sometimes it's my background.
Ay, man, ungawari. Ngwane, Pirates versus Cape Town City. What is your general thoughts about how that game is going to play out in the first leg?
Now, first of all, let's just be happy for his sponsor MTN8. You know, it's so good to see these top 4 teams that are currently playing the semi-finals. It's very good for sponsorships. You know, you've got good teams that are playing this stage, so that's what you want. So first of all, Yama teams, let's congratulate all of them, 4 of them: Parade, Cape Town City, Stellenbosch, Sundowns, for making it through. Then when it comes to Parade,
I hope you're not hinting at anything. I hope you're not.
Sorry, Parade.
Yeah, Ngwane, I hope you're not hinting at anything there. Or see again.
You were saying?
I hope you're not hinting at anything there. Or see again.
I see.
Never mind, carry on, my brother.
I see again. Yeah. But that's okay. I'm in one pass, so I don't know if I'm audible. Let me know if in a problem. Yeah, looking at the Parade and Cape Town City, it's a game that was supposed to be played today, but because of the weather, it was postponed. It will be tomorrow or 6. But I believe it's going to be a very good game of football. I'm just now worried about the pitch conditions, you know. How are they going to be like? Because the last time I checked, even Stellenbosch, when they were playing against the TS Galaxies, it was not a good pitch. So now I don't know how this is going to affect the game here Saturday. Looking at the teams that both teams that want to play carpet football, you know, free flowing football, moving on the ground. So if the weather is so severe to a point that the match was postponed, then I think it can have an effect on how that game is going to be played. Yeah. So that is my worry. But then I believe it's going to be a good game of football. Looking at how both teams have been setting up at Parade as an advantage. Where is it coming from? I believe that games are always important. When you've got games in your legs, then you are on form. Like what Coach Rivero said, this is a very unusual start of the season. Yeah, it's an unusual start of the season because you're looking at the fact that we've played the cup games, 3 of them so far, without playing the league. But that is an advantage because it's giving a Parade the maturity to understand maybe where the coach wants to take the team from looking at the performances of last season and towards the performances that he wants to achieve this season. So it will be an advantage. And then coming to Cape Town City, I think that is advantage because of the number of games they've played so far compared to Parade. They have not been playing ever since the last game they played, MTN 8. So maybe the coach doesn't know how well prepared are they, because you can always have these practice sessions, try to make those tactical points and whatsoever, but you want to test them on big games, and it's so difficult if you're going to test on these type of competitions where it's a must-win sort of a game. So that way they are disadvantaged. But my worry now, it's going to be pitch conditions, and given the fact that also those pitch kudlali rugby and stuff, how much is going to affect and that's where the international competitions come in handy when you play. I'm not saying this point of view of Parade, but on a team like a Sundowns, they are used on playing to such conditions where now sometimes we have to rely on long balls, long kicks, because the pitch are not conducive. So it makes you adapt, and it makes it easier for you in case you're facing the similar conditions even in your league. It will be easier for you. But now, that my worry. Yeah, let me stop here for now.
For time. For time. Thank you, Kwade. Let me go to Alison. Alison, welcome to the show. How are you? I'm good. You sound far away, Alison.
I'm at work right now, so I don't think you're going to hear me properly.
Well, it's sounding a little bit better. Masiza. Alison, what are your general thoughts about Pirates versus Cape Town City? You've got 3 minutes there.
My thoughts are Cape Town City is a good team, so it's going to use a formation that Pirates is going to play. If Pirates is going to play 4-4-2, Cape Town City is going to play 4-4-2. So Eric Tingler is a good coach. We all know he's a good coach, and we all know Orlando Pirates. So some games that Pirates played versus Cape Town City, some that end of draw, some that end of 1-0, 2-0. So I don't think Pirates is going to beat Cape Town City, because that game is going to end by 1-1 draw, I think. Cape Town is going to score first, and Orlando Pirates is going to equalize. So that game is going to end with 1-1 draw.
Okay. I'm gonna come back, Alison. Stay on. We can hear you nicely. Just then, I'm gonna do another round with everybody. Let me go to Prasipo. Prasipo, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, OT. Evening to my fellow guest as well.
Prasipo, general thoughts about this game. What do you? You've got 3 minutes. What do you think? What do you think about this game, this fixture?
The fact that the game was postponed today, psychologically, it plays into the mind of the players. You prepare yourself to play today, and then the game is postponed to tomorrow. I was still thinking that Pirates was going to edge it 1-0.
Yeah.
It's either going to be a 1-1 or Pirates was going to edge it 1-0, based on the fact that Pirates players have got competitive match practice compared to Cape Town City. Because Cape Town City, they're still in pre-season. According to me, it's their second game. Remember when last did they play against Kukun? It's almost 3 weeks ago. So the other thing that Cape Town City has got is their coach, because he always wants to prove a point. Remember, he used to coach Pirates for the longest time.
Yeah.
So playing against him is always looking to prove a point. But I don't think Cape Town City can beat Pirates. Not because I support Pirates, but I don't think they have enough in their squad to beat Pirates. That's my opinion, OT. Yeah, I don't think they have enough. When I check their quality and Pirates' quality, and yeah, maybe in Cape Town, like I said, 1-0 or 1-1, and then maybe come Orlando, they're going to have a problem. Remember the weather, when you move from coastal to the Highveld, then it becomes a problem for some of the Cape Town players. So, but then I think football can kill you. Football can surprise you. With football, anything is possible, OT. So we can never be sure. but we can always say our opinions on how we think of the game. No one is giving Cape Town City a chance to beat Pirates, but they can win the game tomorrow. You can never know.
Okay, Prasipa, I'm gonna come back. Let me go to Chakaranda. Chakaranda, welcome to the show. How are you?
Mr. Uti.
Tell me, Chakaranda, what are your thoughts about Pirates versus Cape Town City in the first leg? It's been moved to tomorrow. We don't know if the weather's going to allow them to play tomorrow, but we'll see. How do you feel about that fixture?
namhlanje.
Aw, uminyeleni. Yebara.
Ngiminyile kakhulu. Yeah, but I think the Pirate, when you look it on paper, I think the Pirate has more advantage than the Cape Town City, But Cape Town City is a good team. Cape Town City is a good team. I was watching the game against Sekhukhune United, and I was not really convinced with how they are playing. They did not score a lot of goals. They did not create a lot of chances. I think maybe when it comes to with them playing with Pirate is gonna have more advantage than Cape Town City. You look at the depth of the squad. Also, Pirate has the likes of Abu Maswanganye, Abu Mufukeng, Abu Tlamini, Abu Talent. I think Pirate their starting lineup 7 or 8 players that are on form, from defensively. Awunda, Sipo China has been doing well in the goal post. So it's gonna be very, very difficult for Cape Town City. I know people are saying we are undermining Cape Town City, but it's gonna be difficult because of Pirates. It's playing real good football. We saw in the second leg of the Champions League. They I think they should have scored more than 7 goals there. So Eric Tinker has to work very hard. I think he has to work very hard.
For time, Chakaranda, I'm gonna come back. Let me ask Utseho, how are you doing? Let me just see if I...
How are you, my brother?
Tell me, welcome, firstly. Tell me, how do you feel about Pirates versus Cape Town City, the first leg? You've got 3 minutes.
I feel like it's going to be a good game because the both teams have played many games together.
Yeah.
And this MTN8 game is just all about proving point. So Cape Town City is gonna hold condition, Pirates is gonna hold position. So if Cape Town City hold the condition, obviously they're gonna defend. And still on the middle, they have an advantage of Domingo and Makaringi. So these 2 players in the middle, they are not playing same roles, but they are very dangerous. So what we must know is that Cape Town City, my guy, I'm predicting a 1-0 for Cape Town City or a goalless draw. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Okay, stay on. I'm going to ask you a little bit more. About that. Guys, please don't forget, tap the screen. Let's try to get to 15,000 likes. It does help with the ranking of this whole show and all of that stuff. And follow if you have not followed. And if it's your first time here, welcome. Ngwane, I've got 2 questions for you. Number 1 is about advantages. Pirates, as we've mentioned, has the advantage of having played those games. Cape Town City has maybe a psychological advantage of being at home and having a game postponed. How are those 2 things going to play out, and do they cancel each other out? And then the second question, how should the 2 teams approach each other in this game?
Yeah, I think looking at the first question, you're aware that game getting postponed and Cape Town City having an advantage of playing at home. But this is what I always say with you. Chiefs and Parade are always at home. Why am I saying that? Because there are teams that are going to dominate in terms of the fan base. And what pushed the teams very much, it's the fans more than everything, you know, because you want to respect and motivate the fans, especially the fans that don't get to see you as much as usual when you are playing your home games. So I don't think Parade is going to have an effect. It's going to be an effect of Parade playing at Cape Town in terms of looking which team is playing a home game or an away game. Chiefs and Parade are always playing a home game, so it's one about psychologically. I feel like if I listen to what the barking this thing when Mandla Ncikazi was speaking, we learned a preview Parade yesterday. He said this is the game where the only thing that rings on the mind of players, it's an away goal. So that already has told me the Parade is going to attack, because the only thing that they want, they want an away goal because it holds so much advantage. And once they get that goal, then Cape Town City will want at least to have a score of 1-1. Why 1-1? Because at least now the game is drawn. As much as the Parade has an upper hand, but they will believe that they've got an opportunity also, them coming in Gauteng, to have an away goal. But then when they start to open up, because they want to chase that equalizer, it will keep on making them more vulnerable, you know, because if you look at how Parade is playing now, looking at the speed, looking at the conditioning of a Parade, I believe that out of Stellenbosch and TS Galaxy, if I put them aside, the other team that is playing with too much pace and having a team that is well conditioned in terms of physicality, Parade has an advantage. The conditioning coach, Parade, that guy from Tunisia, is doing a magnificent job. And if you look how our players are so fit, I still remember the first time we played the extra time against the Supersport. Every player looked sharp. Even if we took the game to the extra time, they were never tired. And if I compared it to a game where Sundowns play against Polokwane City, you could see that at the end of the game, the Sundowns players were getting tired, and you could see them after the game, they were trained. But then I'm not making a comparison. I'm just saying, in terms of physicality and the strength of a Parade, they've got an advantage when it comes to that point. So they will run a lot. And in Cape Town City, yes, they might have an advantage when it comes to understanding the weather, because this is their training base. You know, they understand the atmosphere. They've been practicing on the rain or in these extreme conditions. So at least when they understand this is how we're going to play. Compared to Parade, where they're coming from a side where it's been sunny, the grass has been so conducive. They've been training on the grounds that are well prepared. You know, they allow free flowing football. Now you are exposed to the pitch that is so full field of water, you know, and it's so muddy. And you know, once the field is so muddy, it takes a lot from the players' weight and their body, so it will train them. So I feel that is where Cape Town City has an upper hand, because they've been training on those pitches under that severe weather conditions, compared to where Parade has been training and how they've been playing in weather conditions, because even away it was sunny, so they've never played a game where it's raining. You know, and
So-
here, if they've been, yes, sir.
No. I wanted to ask you, Ngwane, is the key to this game maybe for Cape Town City to make it boring, man? Slow the game down, try, get a one, maybe go Orlando Stadium.
You remember the game how Rwanda played against South Africa in that watery, artificially grass. If Cape Town City can watch at that game and say, this is how we're going to catch these people, we're going to kick this ball long, and we know which the ground is going to hold the ball for us. You know, when you kick it long, and then you know it's water, then it's going to remain there, so it will allow your players to move from a high pressure. It's like having a striker that is going to hold the ball from up, you know, when you are defending so deep, and then you give it to your striker, then the striker play what we call the hold-up play at the top. So you've got water now playing that role for you. So if you just kick the ball to the space and allow your Gonzalez to run and allow your Hashim Domingo to run towards those balls, then you stand a chance. Because Parade, I know them. They will want to be so ignorant to play the football that they understand. You know, they won't kick it forward and kick it long. So if Cape Town City can just say, okay, the pitch is not going to be conducive. Let's play long, because what we know is that Parade, they can't defend set pieces. They are not strong on long balls, you know. So if we just pump the balls forward, get those corners, play high football like the medium top type of football where South Africa sees helicopter football, it's going to be so helpful tomorrow. Not because it's the identity of Eric Tickler, no, it's because of the pitch. Because I don't believe the pitch can take too much water, you know, absorb that water so that it allows, for it to be on a good condition. Remember, this is not an artificial pitch. It's a natural pitch. So it means below there's sand and it's muddy. So it's going to be affected. That's why Cape Town City is going to come out on top, because they've been training in those kind of pitches. Unlike Iparit, which I don't believe that they even trained today. And they were traveling yesterday, so they did not even train today.
Yeah. Tell me quickly, betting line. How would you bet this thing if you're going to bet it, man? Very quickly there.
No, now looking at the conditions of the game, yesterday I said it was going to be a 2-0 win to Paris, but now it's going to be a 0-0 draw. No team is going to score. The pitch won't allow them to play the kind of football that they want to play. The conditions are not going to go. So it's going to be a 0-0 draw.
I just want to say, let Malume Kutso, Prase, Maronza, Vuyo, get ready. You guys are going to be the next panel. Prasipo, who's got the advantage tomorrow? You know, Pirates has got more games under their belt. Cape Town City maybe has that delay, man. Maybe it took Pirates out of their preparation. Who's got the advantage tomorrow for tomorrow's game? And how should the two teams approach this game?
Yeah, OT, I know we are overthinkers, but you must not overthink this match too much. Because normally, it being a first leg, normally the approach is cautious.
Yeah.
It might be one of the most boring games. That's how it is normally. That is why I've always hated this M10-8 for this first leg and second leg. Because I wish it was Wafa Wafa, like the slogan, it's meaning it's Wafa Wafa. Because when it's two games, the first leg, I'm telling you, it's going to be boring tomorrow, because even Pirates coach might come with a strategy. Remember, I always tell people that even some coaches listen to our platforms and listen to supporters. They might come with a different approach to say, you know what, in this match, I'm just going to be cautious as well. I'm not going to attack too much. But for Cape Town City, it might be the fact that they don't want to concede, because once they concede, then it's an away goal. And I also wish this away goal, they can just be cancelled. So that people can go pound for pound. Yeah, so that people can go pound for pound. Because you find that they play this game, it's a 1-1 draw or 2-2 draw. They go to Orlando, it's 1-1, and the other team loses on away goal. For me, I still feel that we should make it no away goal rule. One game, no more this first leg and second leg. But then my thoughts on tomorrow's game, OT, we are just overthinking it. It's going to be a cautious. The coaches knows that we are playing again on Sunday.
So then,
so they're not going to go.
But then can I ask, Prasipo? I'm Cape Town City. I know I am going to Orlando Stadium. That's the second leg. Sometimes you can catch 5 goals if you're not careful. Wouldn't it help Cape Town City to go, you know, in this game we're attacking, we're going to try see if we can't get something from this game, so that when we walk into Orlando Stadium, man, when Bor Marons are hitting the drum at the center line, we're not coming empty-handed.
Yeah, it can be another strategy. That is why I've never been a supporter of someone who will defend, because I always believe in going for win. Whether you are playing Sundowns, whether you're playing for Pirates, it makes the game exciting. It becomes end to end. And sometimes these teams, they don't realize that if you go full throttle, sometimes you can surprise Pirates, because maybe Pirates might be expecting you to sit back. And you might be going in, maybe get a goal, get 1-0, defend something. how can you defend nothing? I'm always against defending nothing. The score is 0-0. You want to defend nothing. At the end of the day, you lose 1-0. You say, no, it was a tight game. We hold them for those 80 minutes. Unfortunately, they get a goal. So why Cape Town City must just go at Pirates, like you're saying, it's their home ground. They must just go for attack. And as much as I am supporting Pirates, I believe that in football, no team is invisible. You can attack any team. If you want to go for it, they can go at Pirates and attack. And once they allow Pirates to get the goal, then it's a problem. Is that matter of an away goal and what? And I know the Pirates coach, it might surprise you playing Tim and Magaula and Talent in the middle field. Because, Toti, it's like that with first leg. It's like that with first leg. I've seen him play those type of things, playing two defensive, play Monara and play Tim in the middle field. So you might say, you know what, I'm just going to shut them in the middle and then I will catch them on the counter if they come. That's the problem with the first leg. Normally, I'm not excited over the first leg. I'll only be excited come weekend.
Prasipo, tell me, what's your betting line? How would you bet this game?
This one is a BTS no. It's a BTS no. I don't think both teams will score. It's a BTS no. And it's an over 0.5. Don't play with your man. It's an over 0.5.
Oh, over. Okay.
No. Over 0.5.
Thank you, Prasipo. Let me go to Chakaranda. Chakaranda, who's got the advantage in this game? Cape Town City might not have games, but now they've got a postponement. How do you think that factors into how this game is going to play? And we know Pirates has an advantage of playing. How should they approach this game and who has the advantages?
I think I'm going to agree with Usipo when he says, Pirates are going to be maybe defensively, and surprise us with counters, putting in Abu Maswanganye, Sorry, let me just move. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, I think they're gonna surprise us with putting in the middle, playing with team maybe no Rondo again, like he did in the first leg of the Champions League. And when it comes to Cape Town City, I think Cape Town City, their game plan, they're going to gun for at least one goal.
Okay.
To have that advantage when going to Escotin.
Okay.
So I think they will want just one goal, and sit back, maybe defend for the rest of the game and all of that. But when it comes to the weather and I don't think it will have that impact on Pirate. Pirate are used to those kind of games. They've been there, they've done that, So I don't think it's really a problem for them. But I think the downfall of Pirate is going to be the mentality, the change of mentality of the coach, being more defensively, putting extra people in the midfield. For me, I would advise Ribeiro to just go all in, heavy, when they come Orlando, knowing to he has 3 goals advantage. So I think maybe if he approach the game like that, go all grand blazing, attack side, left, right, then yeah.
But then if they get caught out, do we get flashbacks of running second leg? Does that come to mind now when they play those type of games?
Yeah, but you need to understand. I think they know running surprised them. It's a team they don't know a lot about. Compared to Cape Town City. They know Cape Town City. They know how Cape Town City attacks. They know they played, Cape Town City before. They understand, I think maybe that could be the advantage. But also you could be correct, You could be correct that they might surprise them by another counter from Cape Town. So, but for me, they have the advantage. Pirate has the advantage. They need to use that.
How would you bet this?
If they don't use the advantage, Mr. Uti, 1-0, Cape Town City goes to Orlando, defend the rest of the 90 minutes. Now you are out.
Okay. Tell me, Chakarana, what's your betting line here? Well, how would you bet this game if you were betting?
I'm going to give it to Pirate. I'm going to give it to Pirate maybe 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Pirate 2-1.
Okay. No, Chakaranda, thank you so much. And thank you to the first panel, guys. We're on 13,000 likes. Can we get to 20, guys? I know I said 15, but man, we're already here. Can we get to 20? Thank you to Moshikaro, Fanenomletu, and thank you to Malume Kutso, Nomto for the gifts on that side. Let me bring in the other Pirate faithfuls. Malume Kutso, welcome. How are you, my brother?
Mr. Utsigunja.
Man, kimnati Malume Kutso. Malume Kutso, general thoughts. You've got, let's make it 2 minutes. I'll give you guys a little bit more in the second round. How do you feel about this game that you guys are going to play versus Cape Town City that was postponed today?
Said Utsi, we are not in the 8th minute of the game. Would have loved to have scored already at this time.
Yeah.
Pirates are my defending champion. Back to back, our MTN 8, and we've never been a shy away team in this tournament. Most importantly, in the back-to-back trophies that we've won, we've wrapped up the game away. Against Ellis, we won away, and they got a last gasp win, if I may, or a gilt edge win at Orlando. The only team that I remember to win in that fashion. Yes, there's Richards Bay, but I think the Stellies one was more convincing. Against Sundowns, if you go 2 seasons back, the rise of Saleng, we punished Sundowns away by 3-0, I think. Yeah, there was no response from Sundowns. It was 3-0. And it was also away. So Cape Town City must be prepared for a beating tomorrow. We are not nice visitors. Mr. Uti. This is not CAF. This is MTN 8, a trophy that we've won 3 times in the last 4 seasons. And if you go back again to that season, I think we beat Chiefs 3-0. When we played away, go Chiefs. So we've done extremely well away go when it comes to the MTN 8. You understand? And speaking of weather, and yes, Wade did mention last night that the weather is bad. If you go back to one of the trophies, I think it was MTN 8, when we were playing against Sundowns in that wind tunnel. We managed to win in that wind tunnel. So whatever happens, come what may tomorrow, Orlando Pirates is coming back with a healthy lead from Cape Town.
Okay. Malume Kutso. Let me go to Prasem. Prasem, welcome to the show. How are you?
Dango. Sesela.
Prasem, Mchele. Umona, Ulana, Uting. Tell me. Pirates versus Cape Town City. What are your general thoughts? You've got 2 minutes, Prasem.
First of all, I'm very disappointed.
How?
These guys, they know Cape Town Kuleyan. It's been raining since last week, so now Stellenbosch, they took their game to Bargengo, Kotebe, because they knew the field won't be fine. But then I could say what they were trying to do. But for a game, so now we have no game. Tomorrow the field will be swimming pool. Our players will be broken, and that's not good. But otherwise, given no score, still 2-0, so we can just cancel this game. Orlando once. Because it's not like they will beat us or anything, so we're just waiting time. Let's cancel this game. Come to Orlando Saturday, finale. Whoever comes to final, and then focus on the other things.
We have big things to worry about. They don't want to be worrying about MTN. MTN yara is highly. Let's want to focus on Champions League. We have a team to deal with at the 14. It's a team that we must deal with decisively so. So this thing of Cape Town City, no. It's just a waste of time. No, I don't go gym. I don't go gym. I don't go Sundowns go final. Re careful and then re group stage one or dinner. Je dorsinja na go gym.
Okay, Prasem. Prasem, I'm at little sinyana komona ko show. Let me go to Maronza. Guys, for those who don't know, Maronza is one of the instigators there at Orlando Stadium. When you get there and you see smoke, we've got footage of Maronza taking out smoke bombs. Maronza, welcome to the show. How are you?
Oti.
Siyakwazi Maronza.
I got a new intro engifuna as Awuti Kutso, Prasem, everybody trying to fix South African football. Asiluna muntu shoka njalo manje.
Okay, then ngaluna muntu ulungisele ke uthile ke Pirates le Cape Town
South African football.
Hayi man. Uthile ke game Maronza na 2 minutes mara. Yakwazi wena uso.
It's not going to be an easy game, to be honest, you know, especially the conditions, you know. But I feel Paris they got the upper hand, you know. Reason being, they've played few games, you know, they've got game time.
Yeah.
Compared to Cape Town City, you know, Cape Town City they've played a long time ago, so they don't have the game time. You know, friendlies with they're not competitive. You know, you need to choose if you're in the preseason, you need to choose wisely when it comes to games. You know, so they might be playing those friendlies, but they are not competitive as much as you know, like competing football and all that. So that is the problem. That will be the different. But the condition I think would play the bigger part when it comes to this game. You know, it will play the part. Whether tomorrow wind is not there or whatever. But remember, it was raining and all that. So the ground, the pitch is going to be a little bit heavy and all that. I hope the boys are prepared when it comes to the boots and all that. You know, because conditions need. Some conditions need you know, different boots and all that.
Yeah.
So but I feel if Pirates win that side, there's no way that Cape Town City will catch us in Orlando, you know. Definitely for sure, I'm telling you. But when it comes to comparing of the two teams, Pirates have the upper hand, you know, when it comes to that, you know, because of game time and experience-wise and all that, and they have just won. Confidence in full, you know, half full, you know, half full Orlando Stadium, you know, because we all expect. And the other thing is the supporters, you know. I feel even Cape Town is still the home for Pirates. That's another thing, you know. So I hear people writing out Cape Town City. We cannot write them out as yet because you know what, they have that advantage of using the same ground week in, week out. That's the advantage. But if they don't use it wise and all that, game time will kill them. The speed of Pirates, you know, is on another level. So I see Cape Town City burning out around 70, 80 minutes, or even let me say 65 minutes, they'll burn out. That's what because of game time.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Pirates for me, go ahead. Thanks so much.
I'm gonna come back, Maronza.
Yeah, we try to fix South African football, fighting no one, please.
I don't know where I've heard that before, Maronza. But anyway, let me go to Vuyo. Vuyo, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, and how are you, my brother? Thank you for the opportunity, and good evening to
Man,
everyone.
Gimnandi Vuyo. Vuyo, what are your general thoughts? Pirates versus Cape Town City, first leg. You've got 2 minutes. What do you think?
According to me, a game of football, you can't judge about how many games you play because it's a different game, and sometimes it's helped the other team because you've been relaxing, you've been focusing, you've been analyzing the game, you've been training, you've been relaxed. So there's no such in football.
Yeah.
Each and every game is very important. So you must take your opportunity when it's come. But according to me now, Cape Town City have a little bit of experience this season if you look at the squad. But according the way they perform, you can't judge a team about a one game because of a one game. It's the beginning of the season. It's where you see your players. You try to maintain the system to fill in somewhere because some of the players obviously they leave. So according to me now, Orlando Pirates it's not gonna be easy in Cape Town in a normal situation. It's worse when the weather is like this because you know Cape Town's windy. The pitch is not gonna favor anyone. So that game I'll go for draw for that. But if the weather was good, Orlando Pirates was gonna win 1-0 and come back to Johannesburg. Yeah, but it's not gonna be an easy game, OT. When you come to Stellenbosch Sundowns,
we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. That's the second. That's the second round. I'm gonna come back on Pirates. Let me bring in Umto. Umto, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, OT. How are you, man?
Hi, man. Nandi. I'm out of office. I'm watching other people stressing and playing. In stress to say, Umto, tell me. Pirates, Cape Town City. What are your general thoughts? You've got 2 minutes.
No, I think some Pirates fans are they're overconfident, and yeah, you know what, they will be surprised because first of all, number conditions are not going to be suitable for the brand of football that Pirates normally plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll find the field will be too heavy. Someone mentioned that, and you'll find it could play into the hands of the Cape Town City when the conditions are bad. Yeah, when we saw that, who was the coach who was complaining about the conditions after Bamkipil? I think it was TX Galaxy coach.
Oh, yeah.
So it could be again that. So I think as much as the Pirates is more sharper because of playing more games already, with the new Cape Town City, but the conditions could be the deciding factor, and it's gonna be a tight game because of that. Just because of that, we're not gonna see Pirates playing their normal game. Definitely, we're not gonna see that tomorrow. So it would be a surprise actually to see Pirates playing that free-flowing game that we know them to play. So for me, based on that, that's where Cape Town City can be dangerous. When they can be dangerous just on that point where if the conditions were normal, then you could say that Pirates has the edge, even though Cape Town City are host. So and it's still an away game, by the way. And it's a coastal game. It's not like they moved from Highveld to Highveld or moved at least to a Lowveld. So the conditions are definitely gonna be against, especially if the Pirates is gonna be arrogant and try to play their normal game, then they're gonna be in for a surprise. That's what I think.
Okay. So stay on. I'm gonna come back, guys. Don't forget to tap the screen. Well, 20,000 guys. I give you guys a compliment. Now I can't get 20,000 guys. Just tap the screen. It's free. Malebekuto. Since Maronza has taken fixing South African football, not fighting anyone, I don't know if we are Chiga or as Chigi foot. I don't know. Malebekuto, tell me. How should the two teams approach this game? Because now we're hearing Orlando Pirates, the conditions might not be able for them to play their normal game, maybe they want to take it back to Orlando. Ngapa, you've got a Cape Town City who know that even though those conditions are bad, the conditions might be worse at Orlando Stadium. So how should the two teams approach this first leg?
Asulile Mundo. Fixing South African football. But anyway, Mr. Uti, contrary to popular belief, I believe Uti, when the pitch is unplayable, it's more suitable for Orlando Pirates. When you look at the center of the midfield, Cape Town City, those are ball playing players. That's a tongue twister. You look at Kanaki Mankamu Mukojo, you look at Hashim Domingo. Fortune Makaring, and those are not players who kick the ball for no reason. Those are players who want to play the ball, and if the ball is not moving, it's against them. And Kamumu Kojo is not a player who plays long passes. He enjoys carpet football. Neither is Utomingo. You understand that, Mr. Uti. But if you look at the Pirates, there are players who can adapt to such. Talent, they can spray those passes. Makaula can spray those passes if need be. It's not his strength, but he can. Same goes for Team. Same goes for Udlamini, Mr. Uti. Same goes for Utito. These are players who are adaptable. I think I mentioned this yesterday to say Utito can vary his play. He can carry, so can Utalente. He can spray, so can Utalente. And he can also play a quick 1-2s through it defense. You understand? So if weather conditions are bad, I really believe it could work. And if really they actually that bad, then we go on Makopa, Mr. Uti. If there's a department at Cape Town City that I think is lacking, it's that defense. That defense can be tested. And this time, Umkize will not go up against an inexperienced Mofokeng. He'll be coming up against a Mofokeng with confidence, and a more experienced Mofokeng who will take him on any time of the day, Mr. Uti. So I'm really confident with the team, Mr. Uti.
Copa betting line.
Betting line is in over Mangman.
What would you bet if I was to ask you tomorrow? What would you bet?
Hey, over 3.5. I'm not a betting human being. Mara over 3.5, Mr. Uti. I really see it as a 3-1 to Orlando Pirates. I feel like we'll be able to open the scoring and double the lead, and because they will know Uti, now they have to act. Mr. Uti. Center back pairing Mr. Uti, man. It doesn't make for great reading. And Okodino is clumsy, Mr. Uti. If
we know him well.
Yeah, I understand. If you come clumsy against Umabasa, Mr. Uti Manish, he can turn you in as much as he does not look like a skillful player. But on the 10, Mr. Uti, Umabasa more likely lose Oklemaza, Mr. Uti, even Hope. So I'm looking at it, Mr. Uti. I'm thinking over 3.5. I'm really struggling to see a win for Cape Town City at this point.
Okay. No, thank you, Malume Kutso. We're going to speak about the second leg later on when we come closer to the time. Let me go to Prasem. I know Ulepagania, but how should the two teams approach this game, this first leg?
Barry, ukatia club wencha metsing wa refufe ka sefufe. I hope you understand.
I understand.
So people are saying Paris will be defensive. I'm like when did we play a defensive football? Even against Sundowns, we don't play a defensive. Having Makaula Mbata doesn't really mean we're defending, because you'll see team, if it's team and Mbata, you'll see team playing as a striker, pressing under pressure. How was that defending? So some people just say things without understanding. Right now we have two defenders, because Otto is not really a defender. So the right back Munyana is not really a defender. So we can't say Paris is a defensive team. We're playing defensive against Sundowns. No, we never defend. We will never defend. Even the game we next 7, it was raining. Those who are saying, hey, the conditions will favor Cape Town City, come on, gents. There's no quality there. Now we have quality left and right and center in the bench. So we're going to win there. Betting trip, Mahala, money, shelter, Mahala, Paris 2, City 0. We got a correct score. Forget Lipo, 400.
Yeah, man. Okay. Let me go to Maronza. How should the teams approach this game? Pirates is not a defensive team. They're gonna go gung-ho. How should the two teams look at this game?
You know what, right? I think if you look at the pitch, right, as much as I said before, it will play the role.
Yeah.
So the only thing that you need to do, remember, the more you play, the more the pitcher become rougher. So first 30 minutes, at least score 2 goals or score a goal. Then you are safe, because remember, when the pitch start to Yamakoksa up Akupa yonke ground, and then you start, the ball starts to be bouncy and all that. That is where the problem is. But first half, you need to score at least 1 goal, 2 goals, like Pirates when they were playing against the Disciples, which they favor wonke umuntu South Africa favor la ifavor
Hayi
la
man.
nonithi izosila.
Thina sifave young.
So
Anyway.
so what they did on that game, it is that they knew very well that from the joining side game that happened and all that, they might lose it. So the only thing that they did it is to score goals early and then go and manage the game. So the only thing that you need to do is score goals, score 2, 3 if you can, and then after that go and manage game second half, because the ground will be bouncy, the pitch will be unplayable by that side by that time. So you need to just consolidate first half and then score goals, and then you'll be fine. You understand me? Okay. That's the way to approach it. Both sides, you need to approach that, because if you want to say let's defend first half, then we'll play second half, then you're killing yourself. Second half, the pitch will be rough, then you cannot play. So score goals early, then manage the game second half. Simple as that.
It's a bit sleep.
What I can tell you is that,
it's a bit sleep.
If indaba nami angibheji kakhulu, but if kuthi over 5, angagayela nje 3, which is 4.8.02 somewhere le yabo 2 ile yabo Cape Town City. Futhi angeke Cape Town City idle Pirates, bafuthi angeke sinama nathi sizodliwa mara ukuthi Cape Town City izodle Pirates, bafuthi bari sitsunga ihole basho njalo basuthi bathi sitsunga ihole, hayi ngeke ukubone lokho.
Okay Maronza.
ngesizulu mase ngikhuluma isizulu ngithi ngizizwa sengibathunga, hayi bafuthi ngizizwa ngibathunga, angeke Pirates ile ntuzana Super Cape Town City idlile ntuzana, hayi ngeke.
Okay Maronza, isikhathi Maronza. Guys, next panel, please get ready. We're going to go into Sundowns versus Stellies. Vuyo, how should the two teams approach this game, and what is your betting line?
Which one? Orlando Pirates and
Orlando Pirates, Cape Town City.
Unfortunately, when I look at the pitch, the weathers in Cape Town, I have a relative. They say the weather is worse. It won't be playable OT there, so it's gonna be very, very difficult. Even to reach to the another, it's gonna be hard OT. And I heard people. Kamam Kocho is very experienced in the center of the park. They got Tabono Tata. They got the former Orlando Pirates player. They got Domingo. The squad is balanced like before last year. The likes of Mkize. There's a lot of experience there. Codino. There's a lot. But let people talk, because of you support this team, it's fine. Football is just something else, OT. Sometimes you need to realize who are you playing with, because you can't celebrate as if you won the Champions League if you play with the unknown team that we don't know what is the name of the team in the world. No, you can't celebrate as if you were to win the Champions League.
Yeah,
you can't. And I wish them to go to the group stage so that they can fly to go to Europe in Spain and come back to Africa to wait for the flight for a lot of hours. They need to travel so that they will understand the levels of Champions League. What is Champions League exactly? Not you playing here in Madagascar. Here next door, you can take a taxi and go there. It's fine, my friend. Yeah, so they don't celebrate as if they won something. Yes, I understand, excited. They are still excited, But it's fine. It's football. It's football, I understand.
Your betting line, what did you say tomorrow? If you're betting,
it's a draw. It's a draw, not OT.
Okay. Under 0.5. Okay. No, thank you, Vuyo. Let me go to Tom. How should the two teams approach this? I know you touched on this a little bit, but where do they go? Where do they go to?
I wonder if the conditions don't allow for carpet football, where you have to be spraying the passes and all of that, then it's gonna be helicopter football. Then coach Pirates tall strikers who will just head lama bola pants and then bashai. Yeah, so from a Pirates perspective, that's that. And then for me, Cape Town City, they can just sit back and be happy to get and not draw. For me, I think that would be a good result to take a Holland, and then they can do the Tshwane famous special and just get a goal there. And then so for me, that's what I would how I would approach as a Cape Town City. Because of the conditions, they might be able to hold the Pirates, but because of fitness, I think the Pirates might be the fitter team of the two. So Pirates can have an edge if the conditions are right. That's what I think. But because I know the conditions won't be right, it's gonna be a tight game. I don't expect a winner tomorrow. And then my betting lines, I would say the one bet that I think would definitely come through tomorrow is that it's gonna be a draw first half. Watch out.
Oh, okay. Ungshaya first half draw, Maram.
Yes.
When you're those people that open the menu button, then look for those first half what. No, thank you. Thank you. So, guys, if you have not followed, if you're not liked, please tap the screen. This goes for both YouTube and for TikTok. Oh, we got to 22,000. Can we get to 30? Moshikaro, Lulu the boss lady, Malume Kutso, Fanenom, Mto, thank you so much for the gifts on that side. Okay, so we're getting into the next game, the other semi-final. It seems like they're all going to be played on the same day tomorrow, first legs. Sundowns versus Stellies. I don't want to give too much of an introduction because I'm looking at the time. So I'm going to let Kumo come in. Kumo, how are you?
Yeah, I'm sleepy. OT, you can now stop pretending that you care about that useless game that was postponed for tomorrow.
Man.
How you doing now?
I love football, Kumo. Kumo, Sundowns versus Stellies first leg. How do you feel about it? You've got 2 minutes.
What a blockbuster of a game. We're talking about two teams which have quality, which are billionaire sponsored, which are playing in CAF, it's gonna be end to end. For us, since we are going through a transition of some sorts, I can't wait to see the tactics that Mangoba will employ. Him being the newest head coach, and also I want to see the analysis that Forecloser has been tasked to perform. And yeah, Steve is back, so I'm not expecting it to be like a smooth game because we are playing in our first competitive game since I don't know in how many days. Oti, can you please explain to me why this game wasn't played during the weekend? Because right now we've got like 3 days again intervals. Like, make it make sense, This
They're
game should have
squeezing
played
it.
on a Sunday or Saturday. Then we're squeezing what? We had like how many days free? Like the PSL is run by Dandaheads, honestly. Sometimes. But anyway, we're not there, ne? All I'm saying is that I'm just happy to see a game because we've been deprived of PSL matches, I want to see the newest combinations. I hear Mudiba will no longer be playing as a number 3. He's going back to be inverted to a number 8, So yeah, those are the type of tactics I want to see, I want to enjoy. Basically, I don't have any predictions as yet, but obviously as a Sundowns supporter, I'm hoping that we actually start off great because we can get the confidence flowing to the second, to the second leg. That's what I mean, yeah.
Okay. Kumo, let me go to Sipo. Sipo, welcome back, Prasipo. Tell me, what are your thoughts about this Sundowns versus Stellies game? You've got 2 minutes.
Mr. Oti, I think it's also going to be a very close one, and knowing Steve Barker, he's just going to play on the counters. My only worry for me is that he doesn't have the striker anymore, Reyners.
Yeah.
And also Van Rooyen has gone to Pirates.
And Van Beek was confirmed today.
Yes, you see. So But you know, Steve Barker has always come up with new players, these young players with an excellent academy there at Stellenbosch. I think they can come to Pretoria and do something. Unfortunately, I don't see them beating Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't see them winning against, especially I've counted the experienced players that they've left the team, and also it's gonna leave them thin on the attack. But I'm just gonna go with the notion of football supporters that this season is a different season. OT.
Yeah.
I'm still going to repeat my words. Maybe throughout this season. This season is a different season. It's not like all the other season. So if Sundowns think they're going to dominate, they've got another thing coming this season.
Okay.
They are no longer the same.
I'm gonna in the second round. I want to ask you guys specifically about that. Let me bring in Agent. Agent, my brother, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm man. You know, I'm still in holiday mode. I'm a month out from coming back to the league, so I'm still fine. Agent, Sundowns versus Stellies, first leg MTN 8 semi-final. How do you feel about this game? You've got 2 minutes there.
You know, the last time a Soweto team was this cocky, when we told give us the league, the only gap we close is that was game team. The team should just send 3 points. Something happened. The last time a team was this cocky from Soweto. No, but you know, history is never kind to a subject, you know, and we've been abused on this platform. Pirates is the most dangerous team. 24, 23 points between us and them, but it's fine. The other one is dangerous. But it's fine. Time will tell if that statement is a valid statement.
If you're gonna quote me, you must use the full quote. But it's fine. Agent, Sundowns telling. Oh, we must use the full quote.
No, I was just passing by that. And I hear some are saying the different seasons. The more things change, the more things stay the same. But back to my game. Sorry, man. Hey, no, I just wanted to pass by, man. How? I know what Google did. Me and Google we talk at night.
Your time is going. Whenever you're busy.
No, but I think it's an interesting game. I think both teams are going to be well prepared. I think both teams have been well rested. Okay, Sundowns has been well rested. Again, it's a case of the other team has been playing competitive games. Yep. But then again, there's a question about competitive game because even with Pirates, you know, Stellies was playing against part-time fishermen. You know, I know you're not supposed to say that, but still, you know, I don't know how competitive that is compared to playing gallants, maybe. You know, so we'll go with the notion that the other team is more fitter than the other because they've had more competitive games. But again, that means the other team has had more time to prepare in Sundowns, you know, and we know how deadly Sundowns can be when they've prepared for you. So I think, and also Stellies, without Reiners, without Van Wyk, do they still possess that same deadliness? I know Mujala came in, very good forward, you know. Okay. So I don't know. Okay. But we'll see. But again, with Sundowns, I think we'll see also because sometimes you can over prepare, you know. So we'll see.
Time. Let me go to Jacaranda. Welcome back. Tell me, Stellies versus Sundowns. How do you feel about this game? You've got 2 minutes.
Mr. Oti, you know, they're underestimating us. Bayas-khohlwa labantu lava. Bayas-khohlwa. It's like they forgot what we are capable of. These people, bayas-khohlwa. And come tomorrow, we're giving Stellies 4-0. 4-0, Mr. Uti. 4-0. Nothing less, nothing more. 4-0. Yeah, they're underestimating us. They think maybe because Rulani left, he left with our ball.
our ball is still there. Our players are still there. Our players are still there. I think our biggest downfall maybe is gonna be maybe the change of mentality, with the new technical team, Abu Mangob, not Mangob, Abu Falls coming in, Abu Steve coming back. But if the guys, prepare well mentally, I think we had like what, two weeks to prepare. So if we prepare well mentally, 4-0 yaphuma. 4-0 yaphuma. Laba bayoqala ukuthathazela manje. Masiqeda la. Laba bayoqala ukuthathazela.
Now where is this thing? Where is it? Oh, well, why can't I find it? You spoke about it, now I can't find it. It's fine, I'll find it.
Yeah. They must listen to it. They are going to start tathazeling, because of. I think they are underestimating us. They are really, really underestimating us. Yeah, but Stellenbosch, Stellenbosch has never given us problem.
Okay.
Not even once. And it's going to be worse because of they lost about 3-4 key players, not just ordinary players.
I'm coming. The second round is going to be about that one. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Why you kakaseling, my brother?
Relax, goat. Let me go to Lebza. Lebza, welcome to the show. How are you?
I am good, my brother. Wena.
Man, keminati Lebza. Stellies, MTN first leg. How do you guys feel about? How do you feel about that game? You've got 2 minutes.
I had wanted Stellenbosch to encounter Pirates first, but it's fine. We get what we get. But with the new style of play that we have now, I don't think we're gonna encounter too many challenges with Stellenbosch. I think I don't mean to undermine Stellenbosch, but we should score at least 3 there, at least 3 goals. I mean, we've got very quick transition. We're playing heavily attacking football, and we're still maintaining possession. I don't see how we are going to be stopped unless our players miss a lot of goals. But I don't see how we are going to be stopped from scoring with the way we play now. I mean, from what I've seen so far, I'm scared for opposition. I can hear, I went through my bookmarks today on Twitter to see the songs that people have been singing every season. This season, Sundowns is weak. Sundowns is 7 straight seasons.
Yeah.
Where we bulldozed people, gave them 6-0, 5-1, 4-0. We were bulldozing everyone. They kept on singing the same song. That this season Sundowns is weak, but we end up taking the league every season, 7 straight seasons. So we've grown accustomed to this song. We understand the narrative every season. So I bookmark everything that people say so that I can refer back to it at a later stage, So yeah, for the game tomorrow, I'm really seeing a very good score. We've got a super machine in Ribeiro that's going to be a superstar. He's going to shine in that game. He's going to show off and probably get 2 goals. So let's see.
Okay. For those who are just joining, we're currently speaking about the first leg game that's going to be taking place in Pitori with Sundowns versus East Stellies. First leg of the MTN 8 semi-finals. We've got 28,000. Let's go to 30, guys. Let's go to 30, 35. Let's carry on tapping the screen, please. Save, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Sure, Perry Lauti.
Man, Save, you guys are playing tomorrow versus Stellies. How do you feel about that game? You've got 2 minutes.
Sure, OT. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Perfect.
All right. OT, let me start by greeting the Yellow Nation, the most successful team in the PSL era, winning 4 PSL titles, winning them 7 in a row. the defending EFL champions, and the incoming 2024 MTN 8 winners. Tomorrow's game OT is it's not gonna be an easy one. OT. Stellies are a very stubborn side, but yeah, like everyone has been saying, most of their key players are gone, but yeah, it's not going to be easy. But then I'm looking forward to the new tactics, the new technical team. I'm looking forward to the new players. Actually looking forward to our new striker, Salas. There, hopefully, come second half, he'll be given minutes if he's registered. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Sundowns. I heard Coach Mangoba said he was the first coach to win 8 million, and he's gonna be the first coach to win the 10 million. So it's gonna be interesting. OT. I also see a high scoring game, but yeah, we'll see. Kabuyelo OT.
Okay. Hey, Kabuyelo indeed. Guys, please tap the screen. Don't forget to tap the screen. Let me go back to Kumo. Kumo, I've got 3 questions for you. The first question is, these are 2 teams that are in transition, different transitions. You guys have a coaching maybe transition where you've got a coach who's trying to change the way that you guys play, and then you've got Stellies who are selling everyone. How will that play into this game in terms of the 2 teams and where they are? And then the second question is, does playing the first leg in Pretoria change anything for the tie, knowing that you have to go play Stellenbosch in the second leg? I'll ask the third one when I'm done, when you answer there.
You know what? As much as we are in a transition, but it's not much of a drastic change, you know. I mean, like we've got the same man who was in the background and at some point at the helm for like for over a decade, if I'm not mistaken. So we still have the same style of play philosophy. I think he might tweak one or 2 things, you know. I mean, like our previous incumbent was more about defensive and playing these useless animal names, football and helicopters, ne? So this one is straightforward. Like, yeah. I said what I said. Yeah. So this one is much more attacking, which I'm actually eager to see. I can't wait for the game tomorrow. Stellenbosch are a mess right now, you know, but it can also be to their advantage in terms of like they'll want to prove to their fans, more especially their coach, to say that, you know, as much as we've lost our key players, we can actually fill the void. And I want to prove to you that because you were favoring those key players and you were overlooking us, now we want to prove to you that you shouldn't have done that. Now this whole thing can be a blessing in disguise. You know, there's a saying that I always live by, you know, or I always use a lot. They're saying that there's nothing dangerous than a wounded animal. This case is Stellenbosch, you know. The South Africa, man, you know, of course, we've got different climates, but everyone is accustomed to every season, you know. I know that we have the low veld here in Pretoria. Going to Cape Town is the high veld, but the Sundowns players are used to it. This home and away advantage. And don't shoot me, ne? This is the only time I'm gonna make fun of Sundowns. It only works when you actually fill up a stadium, you know? Don't ever record me. Don't ever publish this, please. Ne? Don't post this on YouTube.
I'm putting it out tomorrow.
Home ground advantage. Home ground advantage also works if a team is foreign to you. Like for instance, when you play your Ahly's, like I said, whenever they play against us, we always play our games in summer, 3 o'clock, where the sun is blazing hot. You know how Pretoria can be, you know, with its high temperatures. So, man, the only advantage that I want Sundowns to have, ne? It's the pride and also the short assurance that you don't have to do much when you go there, you know. Just score 3 unanswered goals, you know. Then going there, you're just gonna be okay, just gonna be fine. Then you can play your best game when you go to Cape Town.
Can you expand on that a little bit? How should the 2 teams approach this? We know that Stellenbosch traditionally is a counter-attacking team. They're going to absorb a lot and try hit you. It seems as though Mangoba wants to do pretty much maybe the same thing, or if not, be more attacking, which might open up a few spaces. How should the two teams approach this game to win it?
Stellenbosch shouldn't try to invent the wheel, because definitely now, like if there was ever an instance where I'm sure that Stellenbosch can't go pound for pound with Sundowns, the situation is now, as I have mentioned earlier, they lost some of their key players, so they're going to try and get in their MDC players to try and fill up the void,
Yeah.
They aren't really buying people in as well. So the only way to play against Sundowns is to let us play our game, because we are a possession-loving team. We're gonna try out pass you and try to do, passes within crucial points, which is frustrating. Ne? All they can do is just apply their pace, because of they're gonna lose the midfield. But if they can get their speedy attackers to the balls to them and use their pace, they can give us trouble, because our defense, I don't even know if we've got a speedy defense, unless you're gonna mention Brenner, but he can't cover the entire defensive line, So their best form of attack for Stellenbosch is to just try and get us in transition. Sundowns, we just need to just be more clinical. We've got this in the bag.
Okay, cool. Well, let me go to Prasipo. It's two teams that have made changes, and they're trying to come right with the changes. Sundowns maybe made some changes on the coaching side. Steve Barker and Stellenbosch have been selling a lot of players. How do you think those aspects are going to play into this game? Number one. Number two, does it matter that the first leg is in Pretoria and the second leg is possibly going to be in Stellenbosch?
OT, I think Sundowns supporters are underestimating Stellenbosch. But regardless, I don't think Sundowns have changed a lot, because the coach has always been there all along, and he was a coach anyway with Rulani. So there's not much changes. And Stellenbosch, I think the changes are on the side of experienced players that they've lost.
Okay.
I think that's how it has changed.
Yeah.
And it makes it a little bit advantage for Sundowns, because if they can keep a clean sheet in Pretoria, I don't think they will definitely score in Stellenbosch. So it's an advantage for Sundowns, because they are playing home, and then if they keep a clean sheet, then they've done. The game is finished. Maybe the threes or the fours that Sundowns supporters are seeing Sundowns scoring, we don't know, OT, because the last time we watched Sundowns, it was not convincing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow when they play a well-organized Steve Barker team. And Steve Barker can always surprise you, because they've got players there. Even though some they may be young, but they are there. So, but having confirmed that Van Wyk is no more than... They will be thin. They will be thin in terms of attack. But in terms of defense, I think they will still be strong. And they might just try to score a goal against Sundowns here in Pretoria, or else they're out, because if the Sundowns keeps clean sheet, then it's curtain for them. But truly speaking, I don't see Stellenbosch causing an upset. Even though I'm not a Sundowns supporter, I don't see them causing an upset.
Let's say Steve Barker.
It's not a matter of the coach. I think there is a good coach. He will try to plan around this match, give Sundowns a match.
Okay.
And like I said, with the first game that we're discussing, the first legs are almost boring. And if Sundowns hit the four that the supporters they will hit in this first leg, then the second leg will even be more boring.
Okay.
If they score that four that they're talking about. Yes. But with my own opinion, I think Sundowns is not going to have a problem passing through Stellenbosch on this one.
Okay, let me
Maybe
go.
I would love to meet.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, go
okay.
for it. Go for
I
it.
would
Finish
love
off.
to meet Sundowns in the final and then beat them again.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey. Guys are busy talking finance. Stay around. 33K. And like, Kumo, I didn't ask you your betting line. What's your betting line for tomorrow with Mamelodi Sundowns? Quickly.
George, I'm a gentleman. I don't have bad sleeps like that, man.
Be ungentlemanlike then.
My brother, kala ludo le 7 cars le ma dice. It's any bet what I get it tlhalohanye ke strata, man ke motho strata.
Okay, ke tla re prediction. Give it a prediction.
Yeah.
Or
because I still don't get to the game 0.5 how we gonna score 3 goals for Sundowns? King, why you got 4.5? I don't know. Like, how does it work?
Over 2.5. I get is 2.5 goals over and under. So 3.5 over 2.5.
2.5 goals. I want a 5. I get minang. I get 5 goals a game. Half a goal.
I cannot kind of. Let me go to Prasipo. Very quickly. What's your betting line?
First half over 1.5.
First half over 1.5. Hey, but you are betting the first half. Okay, no. Let me go. Let me bring in your agent. Agent, hey, I heard Kumo taking out proverbs, and I was like, "Hey, man, this sounds like someone I know who usually comes with those things." Agent, 2 questions. First up, 2 teams in transition. They've both changed things. How does that affect how the game is going to play out tomorrow? And then secondly, does the first leg being in Pretoria mean anything?
Yeah, no, Kumo learns from the best, eh? No, but, you know, like I said, we are being abused on this platform. But the time is coming when everyone will account for his or her own words. But the time is coming, they say, hey, the team is no longer the same, but the coach has been there. Hey, contradiction, you know. But it's fine. The time is coming. It's that time. No, I think for me, it would be very interesting. I think I'm more interested in how Coach Mangoba approaches the game.
Okay.
Because with under Rulani, it didn't matter whether we are home or away, we knew we were going to dominate the ball. So it will be very interesting to see if Mangoba plans one game ahead, you know, or we're going to be cynical and maybe be caught off a counter. I think that would be very interesting also. And also how we play away also. We'll see if we're still, what do they say, Dululu? Yeah, if we're still like that in away games. So I want to see that. But again, I don't think with Sundowns, like I said, it doesn't matter. The Sundowns is that we know, it doesn't matter home or away. For Stellis, I think it's still going to be the same game plan. Yeah, well, game is at night, so the heat factor wouldn't be affected at all. So I think that was the slight advantage that we had in terms of home capacity. And unlike others, we don't rely on the supporters. Supporters don't play on the field. You know, we always dominate home away. You know, we don't say because you're home, hey, stadium is bouncing. When did the stadium bounce? But it's fine. So I think we'll see. But yeah, I don't see any much difference between the 2 games. You know, and I think I tend to agree with the speaker that maybe it should just be 1 leg. You know. Maybe we should make it top 10 so that other teams can get in, but it's fine. Yeah.
You see now. But then, agent, let me ask you: does Stellis benefit from making the game boring? I mean, Polokwane City for a while there might have given Sundowns a little bit of an issue. I know Sundowns had their chances, but they made it as boring as possible. They just sat back, they absorbed. Do you think that could be something that plays into this Sundowns in terms of a low block versus Mamelodi Sundowns?
I think I want to see Sundowns against a younger low block. I don't think Stellis is that kind of low block. I think they'll leave spaces, you know, and the point that I forgot to mention was our rest defense was kind of not so good. So it will be very interesting to see if, for a team which plays on transition and stays, how good will we be? Because if one slight mistake, they can punish us. But then again, there's the Reynas factor. Reynas is not there. Can Mojala still cause the same problems to our defense, and we'll see Kweltie being partners with Libuisa again, and also there's a question of the keeper. Who's going to be the keeper? Is it going to be young Sanele Bans or Sanele Chabalala, or is it going to be Jody, and does the defense trust Jody enough to push up like we're pushing, I think that's another factor. So I think Staley's would catch us on the counter, but I don't think that line is as deep as the younger one of Polokwane City one. And like I said, the Polokwane City one, the squad flattered to deceive because, especially for the oppositions, because I think could have easily won 3-0, in the first half, So I don't see that being as a problem. Yeah.
Betting line?
I think over 2.5. I think. I think I might even push it to over 3.5 because I think we're going to concede. We might concede. We're not going to. We might concede on a transition, especially if we're going to stick to Libusa and what is his name, and Kotsi in that partnership. And also, I haven't seen enough of Jody to know if he can close the gap between the center line and his position. So I'm interested in seeing if, because I know Sadler Shabala, even though short, he's gonna close that gap. So we might not be ahead on transition, even if Ronan was there. So we'll see. But I think over 2.5 is a healthy score.
Before I go back to Jacaranda, I'd like to say thank you to Mushikaro, Lindo Pep, Lulu the Boss Lady, Malume Kutso, and Van den Norm and Mto. Thank you so much for the gifts. Guys, Lindo's show is Monday and Thursday after mine at 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, Mondays and Thursdays, the Tactical Breakdown show is on. So immediately after leaving here, you can go over there and you can get some smarter analysis from that side, some actual breakdowns of everything that happens. Let me go to Chakaranda. Chakaranda, two teams that are have made some changes. They're in that place where they're still figuring things out. How does that play into the game for tomorrow? And then first leg in Pretoria, does it mean anything?
I don't think Sundowns has to figure anything.
Okay.
I don't think Stellis has, yes, but Sundowns, they don't have to figure anything. There's nothing new there. It's only the assistant coach. I think the mentality of our boys, they need to let go of the mentality. Yaguti Rulani was there. I know some of the players there were connected to him. I think they need to let go of that and actually let Umanova in. Let Umanova in. And then, Mr. OT, I'm telling you, we have the best. This is going to be the best Sundowns team ever.
Okay.
In the Polokwane City game, we created plus minus 24 chances, Mr. OT. 7 goals there we should have gave them. 7 goals. So to me, it shows that there's an improvement in creating chances. We just need to keep our heads high, believe in ourselves that we can do more, we can become better than last season. And I think after that we are up the ceiling. Bangakhohlwa kunabanye sale sabat shaya 6 le bashisa. Bashisa stadium. Bashisa stadium. Sale savali country, Mr. OT. Sale savali country.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it's time we remind them, Guti, what are we capable of? So the Stellenbosch, it's gonna be born. Cause Stellenbosch lost four players, ne? Number 7, their captain, their best striker,
Reyners,
Van Veek. They lost, you know.
They might be losing Torre.
Ooh. Key players. They lost key players. You know. So Tina, we did not lose any key player.
Tell me about the betting line. Well, what is the betting line looking like?
4-0.
Yay! Over 3.5. Yay! Over 3.5. Yeah. Okay. I know.
Maybe 4-0.
Okay.
Alanda will be there taking the shots like Uteko.
Zabona, before I let me before I go to Lebza, go let touching screen, man. Guys, please tap the screen on 35,000. Let's see if we can get to 40,000. It's free. Just tap the screen. That's all you have to do. Tap the screen. Or as Malume Kutso saying it there, tap the screen, man. Tap the screen. Lebza, two teams that are in transition for two different reasons. One is the team that made some coaching changes. It seems like Umangoba wants to bring in a new style of play to Mamelodi Sundowns, so maybe he's still in the teething processes of that. And then, of course, you have Stellenbosch, who lost key players and have to integrate new guys into the team. How do you feel this game is going to play out?
Mr. Oti, I know people laugh a lot, but I watch a lot of videos just to kind of understand certain decisions that are made at the club level. I've watched a lot of videos of falls to know that that man was brought exactly because we struggled against low blocks last season. And he was brought on to kind of help us transition better and find spaces and have spaces behind low blocks. So I'm pretty much comfortable with how we now play after watching our preseason and our first game against Polokwane. And we drew against Polokwane last season. People were speaking as if we were blowing away teams, and we drew against Polokwane. We struggled, and this time I saw opportunities being created but missed. I saw great opportunities being created. So I'm really comfortable with the game against Stellenbosch. I'm not too worried about it. Not that I'm underestimating Stellenbosch. I think the changes that Sundowns made were informed by how we struggled against low block to create opportunities to score. Now we have a team that's going to create a whole lot of opportunities, and once our strikers come on board with finding that net, it's over. And I think we're gonna see that against Stellenbosch tomorrow. So that for me is a given. It's gonna happen. I mean, Stellenbosch is a good team, no doubt about it. But I think they're also all over the place in the sense that now they need to prioritize certain matches because they're competing in Africa, they're competing in MT, and they're competing in the league as well to try and stay up there in the top 8. So it's gonna be a mountain to climb for them. And we know that, like I said earlier, there's no team that goes to Africa and comes back the same. Teams come back and fight relegation. That's why Pirates was wise to lose to Jordaan last season and get out very early. They knew that what awaits them, only teams like Ahly, Sundowns, and Wydad are accustomed to that. They can, year after year, come back, compete, travel, compete without losing steam because their body is already used to all of that. So with that said,
can I ask, Lebza, before you move off of that point, general question, do you think that Stellies, Pirates, Skukune, do you think they're going to have to sacrifice things? Because Stellies won their first trophy last season. Pirates has been winning trophies back to back in terms of our local trophies. Do you think that there is a sacrifice that you have to make in order to do well in the league and Africa? And do you think that's going to affect Stellies in any way this year, as you're saying?
I'm seeing Abuti Kuzo asking when did we become CAF experts? I'm not saying we are CAF experts, but we know what happens there. We've played it longer. Every season we are there. We know that teams struggle when they have to travel outside Africa, go to Europe, come back into Africa, be given bad hotels, bad stadium to train in, sometimes be denied exit out of the airport with the keys, being with someone somewhere, sleeping with his wife there, and they can't get out. Then they have to travel with the military to go to the bathroom. We've heard those stories. We know Sundowns now charters planes, sends people ahead of time to do all of that. I don't think a lot of teams in South Africa can afford to do that. Sundowns manages that because they don't have to use the normal processes. With that being said, I think other teams have to either fork out a lot of money to make sure they're competitive, or they have to sacrifice something because it's not sustainable. Teams come back to fight relegation, and that's a reality. It's not a hearsay or a speculation, it's a reality. Teams come back to fight relegation when they come back from CAF.
Betting line, Lebza?
I think over 3.5, Mr. And Sundowns will be the first team to score in both halves. You can bet on that.
Okay. Let me bring it Mhlambe. Hey, you guys, let me bring it Mhlambe. It's two teams in transition, man. And as much as we say that Mangoba has been there, we understand that Mangoba has been there. That gives a little bit of an advantage. He is trying to change things. I mean, now midfielders, it seems as though the defenders are not defenders. They're not, liberos and all those type of things. How does that play into this game, knowing that also Stellenbosch has lost a lot of players or key players over the past few weeks, number one. And then number two, does playing the first leg in Pretoria mean anything?
So let me start with the second one. It depends. Playing at home. If how Stellis look at it. If Stellis come with a mindset that they need an away goal, so that when they can go home and then at least they won't be playing under pressure because they know Sundowns has goals away from home and we're not going to play in Cape Town. So Stellis might come to Pretoria, try look for a goal or two. So if they get that goal, it means it's disadvantage for us going to the second leg. But then if Stellis don't score and then maybe we win by a goal or two, and then while Stellis fails to score, it's advantage to us because if we go to Stellis and score one goal, it means Stellis must score 4 goals now. So it depends how the game Stellis gonna approach the game. But for us, I think it's we've been playing in this space. The CAF Champions League we've been playing these kind of games whereby we play home and away, and we know about the away goal rules. So to us, we've got that experience, so it's not much of a problem for us. So it all depends on Stellis how they look at it. With the transition of the team, I'm excited for this game tomorrow because with how Coach Mangoba and his technical team want us to play, Stellis are a very good side to test their tactics because we want to play this fast football, high octane football. So I think Stellis are a worthy opponent to test us. We'll see how it goes, and also I think Mangoba need to win this trophy to get the supporters support, because maybe there's some supporters who are not sure of the new changes and all of that. But then I think if Mangoba can win this this cup, then he will settle and then he won't be working under pressure because you know now he's gonna be compared with the previous coach. So if he fail to win this, then now there will be noise. So he really need to win this cup. What I'm happy it's Abu Mudiba of listening to the players on the presser. They're starting to adjust to this new way of playing, so they understand the system now. What I'm worried is we shouldn't be playing that high line that we play against Polokwane City. Stellenbosch is very quick in transition, and also we don't have Ronwell to help us on that defensive line. So I'm thinking we should be very be careful with how we defend against Stellis. Our rest defense must be on point. So yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting game for me, and maybe to touch on what Malum Kuto was asking. We became the CAF expert when we the only team in Southern Africa to qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup. That is not by chance. It's by us competing year in year out in CAF. We are the CAF expert when we won the first AFL. We are a CAF expert when we go to CAF and then come back and win the league every season. We've been winning this league 7 times in a row while we're participating in CAF. Not only participating in group stages, but in going beyond group stages to CAF to the semi-finals. So it makes us.
Motsakaran two
Hey,
hape.
man. Okay, let me jump in.
So,
let me jump in.
lastly,
Sabe, go on.
Now, I wanted to make my predictions.
Your betting line.
It's gonna be both team to score. I think Sundowns both team to score over 3.5. So we're gonna win 3-1.
If this game is boring, I'm gonna come back to you guys. Before I let Kuma come back, Umhlabe said something there about the former coach. We don't say his name. The former coach Lomchitu Chameleon. That was very interesting. My thoughts are very simple for this game. Then I'm gonna let everybody have their closing statements. A minute of closing statements. I think what we saw from Ipulukwane, and I think where Ipulukwane showed maybe a little bit of the weaknesses in this one. I'm not saying that this team is weak. I'm saying that from what we've seen of Mangoba's team up to this point, is that there is an opportunity to catch them on the break. The red card came from there. They put the team under a little bit of pressure when they started pushing forward and they started taking advantage of the Sundowns too. If it is Kutsia and Libusa at the back, that means that there's going to be some space, man. There's going to be some space that can maybe be taken advantage of on transition. If Sundowns well and truly is a team that is now going up high, pushing the line high, going for more chances than other side, then it creates a situation where if you can get a breakaway. The only problem is that I know what a Reina's Van Wyk breakaway looks like. I don't know what a Mujela and I don't know who else a breakaway looks like. And I think that's where the transition of where they're going becomes very important to see whether this Stellenbosch team can muster up the same type of performances and game plans that they could previously. And luckily, it's still early enough in the season that you don't have fatigue and all those things that play into it. But let me focus on this game here. I think from my betting line, for the Pirates game, I still think Pirates comes with a 1-0 win versus Cape Town City. For Stelly Sundowns, I'm thinking 2-1 to Sundowns. The games versus Stellenbosch don't necessarily always become huge scoring games or that far away. So I think it's going to be a one goal difference. Kumo, I'm going to give you a minute. Please give me your closing statements for tonight.
We became CAF experts when we don't use a hardcore bus to go towards one, and so we play CAF Champions League. We became CAF experts when we don't play first round like every other team, Babani Swallows, whatever, you know. We became CAF experts when established title-winning teams ask us
on how to travel to CAF. Ne? Don't come with your CAF Confederations Cup stats and thinking it's equivalent to CAF Champions League. It's like saying European League and CAF Champions League are the same thing. But I'm just saying, guys, it's not a bad thing to say you look up to us. Since Okra Staka 95, you think you are experts. You are robbing us Kadi finals. That's what you are expecting. Good night.
Hey, okay.
When we're boring and go to group and sharp.
Let me go to Prasipo. Prasipo, you've got a minute. What are your closing statements for tonight?
Uti, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pass on this one. Lebohan said Pirates did it on purpose to lose against Jordaan Galaxy. That's a lie. Pirates has got over 40 players. Even now we're looking to release 7 so that we can trim the squad. And Sundowns is not a CAF expect. They have CAF experience. Expect it's Ahly. They are winning the CAF. They have more than 3 titles. Sundowns has only got 1 via backdoor. So they are not even... They're always going to lose in the quarterfinal, semi-final, quarterfinal, semi-final. They're just spending money anyway because they have it. So they must not say they are expect. They are not CAF expect, but they have CAF experience because they are participating in CAF almost every season. If you are an expect in something, you should excel in it.
Okay.
So they're not excelling. Are they winning the trophy? So they must not come here and say, what? I'm not talking about Pirates. I'm not going to talk and say Pirates is an expert in CAF and what. Pirates used to have experience in CAF in that generation, Abo Manyes and stuff. Now we don't have experience in CAF because this is our 2nd season in the CAF Champions League. But they are not expert. That one I'm denying it. They are not expert. But anyway, OT, good night. They made me talk like this. Kumo made me speak like this. But anyway, it's fine.
Thank you, Prasipo. I feel like I should stop calling it final statements. I should just let it go and say we're taking off the gloves. It's fighting time. Jacaranda, I don't know if you want to fight, but I'm going to give you a minute. Closing statements for tonight.
Ne, Brasipo, utlakara ki 47. Agent 47. Ki romela agent kwa. Utamusota. Agent utamusota. Statement desaga Mr. OT. We're going to remind them who we are.
Okay.
I think these guys forgot who we are. They forgot how we play. They forgot how we dominated the league with 29 games unbeaten. That's a record. That's a record, Baba. And I think we're going to prove it in Stellenbosch tomorrow. I told you phone. Shotang it took pela ku TT6 ifane nalawa. Basele Orlando le. But she's stadium la she's stadium. Sai vale country. Sai vale country. Sai vala futhi gabe ke final. Bayasikhohlwa la Mr. Huti. Bayasikhohlwa sira.
Okay.
Mr. Huti.
Hey, he's fighting words. Let me see, Mhlave. I don't know. Do you also have gloves on? Guys, we all actually, before I let Mhlave speak, we're almost at 40K. Can we tap and get to 40K? It's free. I'm letting you guys watch a pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view for wrestling. Now, I don't know what's happening. Let me go to Mhlave. Mhlave, you've got a minute. What are your closing statements?
No fighting, OT. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game against Stellis. Just to urge the Yellow Nation to go to the stadium and support the team. Let's go out there in numbers and support the boys. They need us. And hopefully we go to the final to meet that old team. Right now, when we go to the final now, there's no longer coach whereby you'll be playing with emotions there. The grandfather was playing what. When we go there, Manova has no mercy. You meet them in the final OT, they're gonna pay for whatever that other coach was doing. They're giving them all these trophies. We want them in the final. We want to meet them in the final. There's no emotional blackmail this time. We want to trap them. They want to pay for all those trophies that they're. handed them they're on a silver platter. This time around, we're taking everything. We're taking everything. Well, mark my words, OT. I'm gonna come back here. We're doing a clean sweep this season. We're taking Operation Taka Hinkwaso, OT. We're taking everything. We don't play. We're not here to play. Mangoba ball is inside.
Okay. I love how you started with no fighting, then it became fighting. Agent, you've got a minute, my brother. You came back on. I don't know if you came back on to be tagged in, but you've got a minute. Tell me, what do you think? What is the closing
What is
statement?
it called? To be tapped in.
You were tagged in, but hey, Nelly Miso.
No, man, but I think, like I said, I am more interested in the ghost games, because I think confidence, like I said, I'm worried about this overconfidence, all of a sudden overconfidence, but it's fine, but, Kumo, I don't like talking up to your people, because now I have to tell them what's the definition of an expect, hey? I must Google for them what's an expect, huh? There's a reason why we are going to the Club World Cup, eh? Something they don't know of. They don't even know what is Club World Cup. With the star that they won before Facebook, imagine. Huh? Imagine. Imagine. And even if for a so-called big club, if you can just take the last 5 seasons, you have won more league titles than them in the PSL era. How, man? How? Big club. 4 league titles in 25 years. Man, hi, how? But anyways, see you tomorrow.
You guys, thank you. Hi, guys. We got the SmackDown version of the show there at the end. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have not followed, please follow. Thank you. Karu Tata Scream, man. Thank you for tapping the screen. We got 42,000 likes. Thank you so much. Tomorrow I'll be back here at 6 p.m. We'll be watching the games together. So I'll figure out how to watch the 2 games, because the one starting at 6, the one starting at 7:30, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to be watching both of those games tomorrow. Thank you so much to Moshikaro. Thank you to Super Sfuba. Thank you to Ulindo Pep. Thank you to Lulu the Boss Lady, Abuti Kuto. Thank you to Fandenom, and thank you to Umto for the gifts on that side. Is it cancelled? Okay, we'll see. We'll check it out. I'll have an update tomorrow. Guys, thank you to those who are watching on YouTube, to those in the comments, to the panelists. It's been amazing. If you have not followed, please follow. If you missed some of the action, these episodes are available in full on YouTube. On YouTube as well, I have my own content that I dropped. There's a question that I addressed today in the video that I dropped today, speaking about Stellenbosch and how they might be losing the plot with letting all these players go, especially where they are right now, and other really great videos. If you want to be part of the official WhatsApp group, where you'll find Malume Kutso, Bo Agent, you'll find Bomhlave, Bo Kumo. We're all in the official Overthinking Football group. To access that group, you have to join via YouTube. So subscribe, click on join, and then you'll gain access to the group. I let you in and we can banter all the time. If you think this is banter, you have not seen anything yet. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Remember, I am nominated for the Storyteller Award at the DSTV Content Creator Awards. So those videos that I make, guys, are really good. But I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for your support. The Overthinkers. It's not without you guys that I would be here. Guys, it's been real. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll let you know. Check my statuses to see whether we're starting at 6 or at 7:30. It seems that somebody's saying here, agent is saying it might be cancelled. I will confirm. Check the statuses. Then we can come back and we can do a watch along for those 2 games. Guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.